Crawford should have talked his talk before when he needed him. He wasn't talking like this. Mm-hmm. Now that he got the money, the cash, now I don't need WC to get me an opportunity. Now I'm gonna say, yo, fuck y'all, blah blah blah. To me, that's a little cowardice, on his part. But guess what? Only thing I don't agree with is why is it 330,000? That's what
it's percentage.
Night vision with it. So Ryan Garcia was on whatever that Mac shit they got going on, Ring Magazine. My thing about it is this, right? Why is Ryan Garcia even given a platform? You know what I'm saying? Like, if a black man say something, a black person in general say something that's deemed racist or deemed controversial, he has to apologize every time he appear on something, and he's not. It's going to be a long time before he gets opportunities to be on those platforms, right? So my thing is, the Ring, if that's them who, giving this platform, why does he have a platform? Imagine the brother said the equivalent of what Ryan Garcia said, that racist shit he said, and he did all that cheating, bruh, he would be ostracized, like literally. They took every platform away from him. This is what I be telling y'all, bruh. This is what I be telling y'all. We be talking about the inequality, you know what I'm saying? Words like tribalism don't start coming out until black people start galvanizing. This is, they get these type of passes. Why does his opinion even matter? Why is he even on a public platform? Why is he still allowed to be streaming and on social media? And I don't want to hear that Kevin Hart, he should be canceled, or Devin Haney, I'll never let a white boy whoop me. At the end of the day, man, if we can get our brothers to stay on code with each other, if we can get our brothers just to stay on code with each other and support each other and not look at each other as the ops, if we can just support each other, man, that'd be beautiful. That'd be enough support right then and there. But you got some people who don't feel like he said nothing wrong. And this is what I be telling. It was somebody in the comment section. I did the video on Casanat where I don't know what a Becky, a Ling Ling, I don't know what she was. And she made that joke on him about streaming university. And he was like, well, it ain't that serious. They know each other. See, these young guys is the reason why these niggas gonna end back in slavery. And I'm telling y'all that at some point, black people will willingly end up back in slavery. You know what I'm saying? By the time these young streamers who 20 years old, right now 18, 20 years old, 16, I would say 20 and under, they may see slavery again when they 50 or 60, bro. It might be sooner than that. Real spill, they may see slavery again, man. You're like, yeah, man, it ain't that like this. These young males don't understand, because that wasn't a man, that's a male, right? They don't understand your respect, bro. Your respect. Like, you ain't supposed to take no disrespect, especially from nobody. Ling Ling, Becky, another brother. You don't let them play with your respect. When you ain't got no respect, that's one of the main components that turn you from a male to a man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from a man to a male. When you don't got that respect, you a male. They don't understand that, I don't see why everybody shouldn't be able to say the N-word. Like, you gonna find out. Because they say it with vitriol. It's not with endearment. It's not a part of their vocabulary. You feel what I'm saying? But, why does Ryan Garcia still allow the public platform to cast an opinion? He called Crawford a coward and you cheated? Like, get out of here, bro. The same WBC title, homeboy, you blew off 4 pounds and didn't worry about making the weight. You see the difference there? He blew off 4 pounds versus Devin Haney, said, I don't feel like making the weight. He popped high, they gave him, you know what I'm saying? Like, get out of here. What Crawford did was smart. Play the role until I ain't got to play it no more. Smart people do that. Brad and Becky should know all about that. They do that shit. That's how they finessed the land from the indigenous people of this country, which were black. That's how they finessed the land from them. They played the role like they were friendly and all that type of shit. They played that role. And then when it came time to spread diseases and to shank people in the back when they got their liberation from Britain, That's what they did. That's a fact. It's that covert, passive-aggressive shit that turned into actual aggression, actual killing, actual malice, actual assault, actual upper room activity, bruh. Hang around here, man. You'll learn a little bit of something, young buck. That's what I be telling y'all. That's why they gang up, and when we start sticking together, it's a problem. How many black fighters you heard speak up for Terence Crawford? Nothing but Lamont Roach. But they sure was speaking up for Isaac Cruz. Errol Spence and Lamont Roach is the only ones. And Errol Spence was one of the first active fighters to start talking that shit. We got to give him his flowers on that. We got to start giving his flowers on that. But Crawford was a little bit smarter than you. Let me get mine, and then, nigga, then I'm gonna do the grand finale. But yeah, Ryan Garcia, you know how all these Hector speaking up and shit. Hector ain't got half the power you got in this country. In general, they ain't got half the power you got. They work together so much. Black men still are Hector, and black men are more suppressed and more held down than Hector. And we still make more than black women. So don't believe that lie. By no metric, and especially when you start to add in debt to income ratio. Oh, come on now. When you start talking about debt to income ratio, bro. Come on, half the brothers in the middle class somehow, some way. Half the brothers don't even have children. You know what I'm saying? We don't get 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 people in an apartment and we get to build and say, nah. And I ain't saying this as it's a flex, because it's a not. Because if we was able to build together and get it together, hey, bro, we couldn't be stopped. But that's just not the reality of the situation. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, when I hear shit like Ryan Garcia running this trap, bro, like, shout out, you should be shamed. They don't ostracize them. You only get ostracized when you a brother, bruh. Like a lot of the other dudes, yeah, they know what's the Joyce Swole, they'd get him and this, that, and the third. And a lot of these cowards hide behind social media. And then when you bring that Cinnabon bitch, when you bring that drama, and they raised $100,000 for her, and when you bring that drama to their face, they want to play the victim. That's the number one thing about passive aggressive. They're aggressive, but it's passive. It's finesse. For a lot of people to for the translator and with dictionary, they say little things here and there. They poke the bear. And a lot of times passive aggressive people, they think they're smarter than everybody else. They already got it planned out. So they plan on you to swing on them. They plan on you to take the first blow. They plan on you to make the first aggressive move. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, you still can make aggressive moves as long as they're in bounds, and let them know. Or you can play the role that you can outsmart them. It don't really matter. I've done both. But at the end of the day, as long as you walk away with your respect, that's the most important thing. But like I said, he's speaking on it, and 300,000 is insane. Like, shut up. Nobody asked you to speak. Nobody asked you to speak. This the same Muhammad Ali clause you propping up. So you got to play the middleman who don't do shit. The middleman who give you a ranking, because it's not based off merit. It's not based off skill. It's not based off ability. It's based off who you know that can give me this cash. It's not based on right or wrong. It's not based on integrity. It's not based on rules. Their rules are fluid to what the dollar brings. It's a fluid rules. What I mean by like that, it can change however they feel like it want to change. A lot of times it's cash for change. So get out, shut the front door about rule changes and integrity. Y'all stand on none. These sanctioned belt bodies stand on none. They stand on absolutely nothing. Why not get one belt, you know what I'm saying, and keep it moving? Got a lot of perpetrators around here acting like they the shit, like Shakur Stevenson. You ain't shit. What have you done? What lineal champion have you beat? Got a lot of guys around here like Tank walking around with accolades that acting like he got accolades that he didn't deserve. Tank will never be a champion if it's one belt. It's a lot of these dudes who never would have been a champion if it was one belt in the division, bro. A lot of these dudes wouldn't be a professional fighter if it was set up like the amateur system or the UFC. These guys wouldn't even be boxers. Their profession would be, you know, doing something else. You know they can't go to the block because they ain't. Come on, man. You think a nigga on the nigga like Tank on the block gonna make something shake? Nothing but ass shaking for Tank in the penitentiary. Now your name just Twine. Shout out to Ice Cube. We just keeping it a thou. Shakur wouldn't have been no champion, bro. Where? Maybe at 130 or 126. Maybe. These guys always tell you who they are when it comes to competitive spirit. Oh, I'll move up like Conor Ben, but not Devin Haney. Now get the fuck out of here, man. I ain't going up to welterweight. No, I ain't going up to 140, but for the right lick, McFly say I can live now. Come on, man. These motherfuckers are always selective, bro. We need that one belt shit, bro. It's gonna read out the men from the women, bro. No disrespect to Clarissa Shields, but that's what it's gonna weed out. Niggas ain't got no mentality to be great, man. And ain't none one of them check Ryan Garcia. None of them really check Tia Female other than Bud. But I'm telling y'all, these new motherfuckers under 30, bro, they're gonna be back in slavery, bro. I guarantee you it, bro. They're gonna be back in slavery, bro. They're gonna be back in some type of slavery, bro. It's a wrap. Can't change a tire. Don't know what it mean to have respect. Oh, it's okay for somebody to disrespect you. Like, nigga, please. You let your mama emasculate you. Let these little women emasculate you. That's why you're going to get the problems that you're going to get in this world. This is why you got people like Ryan Garcia talking crazy because ain't nobody step to him. Look at these black males that work for him. Have some self-fucking dignity. Would you be the security for the Klan, nigga? A lot of y'all probably would, bruh. Man, these people and these black males out here, man, no respect, bro. None whatsoever. Respect died with millennials, bro. And you know, the early ones too, the ones that was born, the real millennials, not these fake motherfuckers. Respect died with us. Respect died with us. You know, and y'all talking about the age gap, man. Dude, millennials gonna be, man, clapping these girls' cheeks, man, forever. Because y'all ain't no real men. Y'all listen to what they do. We want femininity. No, they don't. They want a real dominant man, and that's what it boils down to. And a lot of y'all don't cut the cake, man. Y'all don't make the cut. But hey, hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, join the Patreon, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Peace.